Howdy everyone, this is George the Fearless Rambler, and you know what? We're doing something special today. We are going to Jurassic National Monument, and we get to see dinosaur bones. How cool is that? And we'd love to have you come join us. Today, we're heading out on a road trip to one of Utah's hidden gems, Jurassic National Monument. This place is packed with dinosaur history and some incredible scenery. We just might be able to find some, what? Oh look, dinosaur poop. As you can see here, the drive itself is an adventure. This national monument is a bit off the beaten path. It's not as crowded as some of those Utah's more famous parks, but that's part of the charm. You're driving through a wide open country, red rock formations, and that classic Utah landscape that makes you feel just a little bit small compared to that landscape around you. The Jurassic National Monument, formerly known as the Cleveland-Lloyd Dinosaur Quarry, is a world-famous site because they discovered thousands of dinosaur bones here, and is actually one of the densest collections of Jurassic fossils found anywhere in the world. Just made it here to see some dinosaurs. I don't see live ones yet, but maybe they'll jump out at us. Drove a couple hours to get here, so yeah, they better either have them in cages or maybe big electrical fences. But this is really the Jurassic Park that I'm thinking that we should be at. Now, is this a big island? No, just a park. This is the Cleveland-Lloyd Dinosaur Quarry. Nikki and Dan is with us, and they're excited to go in and see the quarry. The first stop here is the Visitor Center. We can learn the history of this site. They've got skeletons, fossil displays, and information how paleontologists piece together these prehistoric puzzles. You know what I call them? I call them dinosaurs. There's a bone here, Terry. Look at that. Is that an egg?
Showing you how much of the display
that looks like an egg.
is real and how much is it a cast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that an egg?
It was. Yeah. Did you want an omelet? With the embryo and egg that they had over there to the species.
Oh.
So it's a dinosaur called a Eoraptor, and it's one of the feathered dinosaurs. So we know of at least that one dinosaur that was part of that nesting ground.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It is very cool. Yeah.
Now these are real dinosaur.
Those are real dinosaur bones. This is the humerus of a herbaceous dinosaur, probably Camptosaurus. This is the vertebrae of a sauropod. And this Y-shaped bone here is a chevron. It's part of the tail of a sauropod.
Cool.
One thing that's really unique about this quarry is that 75% of the bones here have been predators. So there's a list here of all the different bones that they found, and 46 have been Allosaurus, which is the majority of them. This is an Allosaurus, and another thing that is unique is that all of the bones that they have found are either baby or juvenile, young. They haven't found any adult Allosaurus here, so they don't know why there would be mostly Allosaurus here and mostly young. They've found adult bones in nearby quarries, but nothing here, so that makes this location really unique.
So how big is this then?
It's big, but an adult is 10 to 11 feet bigger than this. So this is not even an adult dinosaur.
A little fact about the Allosaurus, it had a 3-fingered hand with large hook-shaped, razor-shaped claws, typically measuring 6 to 8 inches in length. Whoa, those are pretty big. As we wander here in the Visitor Center, these displays highlight the massive creatures that once roamed here. You can actually see real fossils that were discovered right here in the area. The staff here does a fantastic job explaining the bones and how they were found in the Morrison Formation. Yeah, the rock layers that preserved all this ancient history.
So when they're young, the young dinosaurs were on the side, and as they got older, they became directly underneath them.
We started switching the whole blade differently.
And of course, if you're like me, you'll want to grab a map, ask the ranger for trail information, and of course, even pick up a souvenir before you head out. Jurassic National Monument, located in eastern Utah near the town of Cleveland, preserves one of the most significant dinosaur fossil sites here in North America. The Cleveland-Lloyd Dinosaur Quarry, discovered in the 1920s, is just a short walk away from the visitor center. This site gained some fame for its unusual high concentration of Jurassic-era fossils, particularly the predatory Allosaurus, in which it's one of my favorite dinosaurs.
This is an Allosaurus, and Allosaurus is known as a species with a stiff tail. So the tail didn't move like a normal, like you envision a tail moving. It was a stiff tail that couldn't bend. And their heads as well, they didn't swing it back and forth when eating. They just pulled it up and down like a raptor, like a
Chicken?
Not a chicken, an eagle. So this is a type of species that has a stiff tail, and it was just used to balance their weight.
Over 12,000 fossil bones were excavated from this particular quarry, making one of the best dinosaur sites ever found. One of the cool things here is the quarry itself. It's not as lackluster as the dinosaur quarry at Dinosaur National Monument in Vernal, Utah, but you still get a chance to see how they excavated the bones and see the bones still wrapped up in some plaster, ready for retrieval. Literally, you're stepping right into the paleontologist dig site. But I hope that someday they'll expand this quarry to be more visitor friendly. As we head out of the quarry, this area was first designated as a National Natural Landscape in 1965 and became the Jurassic National Monument in 2019, protecting both the scientific heritage and the striking high desert landscape that surrounds it.
Or
Yeah.
it could be petrified wood too.
There could be a bone.
That looks like that is a good specimen right there.
Well, this is the clay. Right here, they used to put around the bones. Here on the dump pile. Here we go. We're going to go on this little trail. It's about a mile or so. So we have the Jurassic Journey coming up, and this should be pretty fun.
Now that we got a little bit of background, it's time to stretch our legs out. We're heading over to the Rock Walk Trail. It's about a 1.5 mile round trip, fairly easy, but packed with views and some cool geology. As you hike though, you just can't help but think about the ancient landscape that shaped these rocks, and of course the dinosaurs that once lived here.
Now this statue is about 60% of an average Stegosaurus. It's a little bit tinier, isn't it? So this one right here, the big round one, is a footprint, but these over here are imprints of clams. So that's kind of interesting. The dinosaur going after clams? I don't think so, but certainly you got fossils of clams right there. Oh, wait a second. It's the Morrison Formation here on the Utah Plateau. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So you see this gray rock? It's not really rock, it's volcanic ash that spewed out of some great volcano here. And I don't see it here, nor is it exploding right now, but certainly it's ancient history. So let's move on this trail. Come on, guys. We got a mile to go. Let's look at this. Have you seen me? They got horned toads, side blotched lizards, plateau fence lizards, and a western whiptail lizard. Cool.
About halfway through the hike, you're going to pass through this really cool old wooden ranch gate. A reminder that this land wasn't always a national monument. Ranchers once grazed cattle out here, way before it was protected as a prehistoric treasure. The trail is fairly easy to follow, winding over desert terrain that is well marked and gives you a chance to really explore the unique geology of this high mountain desert plateau. One of the fun things about this hike is you get to see a lot of geology. For example, you'll see around you popcorn textured bentonite clay, formed when volcanic ash settled into the ancient mud. This bentonite clay and the colorful sandstone layers all around you will tell you the story of a river and floodplains from millions of years ago. One of the highlights that we found on this trail was an old sauropod quarry. This is where paleontologists uncovered the bones of a massive long-necked dinosaurs. And now if you look a little bit closely around the area, you might spot some small bone fragments still embedded in the ground. It's a powerful reminder that this land is a living museum.
Across here,
Yeah.
if you look at it, you can see like the side of a bone. Notches of something where it's filled in with stone. That's the actual stone there. And the fossil is the black.
No, I just found a little pile right here, so that someone's left them here. So we're going to leave it exactly where we found it for other people.
Discovered they didn't build a trail where they haven't explored.
While hiking here at the monument, it's worth taking some time to stop and read the informational plaques along the way. Each plaque reveals fascinating details about the landscape, geology, and the incredible dinosaur discoveries made in this area. These plaques help bring the surroundings to life, explaining how rocks were formed, what ancient creatures once roamed here, and how paleontologists uncovered their fossilized remains.
There we go. Nice pretty area.
Along the trail, you're going to get some incredible overlooks of this high desert countryside and the accompanying foliage. This high desert is wide open, rugged, and makes it feel like you're stepping back in time. This is the kind of hike where you want to slow down a little bit, take it all in, imagine how it looked like millions of years ago.
That's a Camposaurus? Well, they're headless. Oh, it's baby Camposaurus. So let's take a look at this Camposaurus as we walk up to it. And look at that, it's not headless at all. Just kind of a creepy eyeball on it though. Just looking at you. Kind of looks like when Sammy looks at us when it's hungry. So here we are finishing up on our hike. Just got a little bit up the trail to go. I think there's one more plaque we can read. It's been really fun. The hike hasn't been very hard. A little bit of uphill, a little bit of downhill, but nothing that's difficult for most people to do. And certainly wasn't so difficult for me. And I appreciate this hike. This has been really fun. Not the greatest quarry that you can see, but certainly there's some fun stories to read about and dinosaurs to look at. There's a few statuettes. So yeah, so we're gonna head off and end up this hike, and there it is, right over here. And there's the visitor center. And so here, there's another loop that go up here, and I'll take you up to the top for the Cretaceous time. So they found a place for Terry to play right here. We found one finally. What kind of dinosaurs is this one? That's a big Allosaurus. Wow, that sure have been fun coming to the Jurassic National Monument here in Utah. Just right outside of Price. Yeah, there's a good, nice little, about 45-minute drive from there. And I appreciate each one of you. If you haven't yet subscribed, do me a favor, subscribe. Hit that notification bell and give me 2 thumbs up. Because this is George the Fearless Rambler, ready to head to another national park, signing off.